Aliens?
Aliens.
Yes.
But maybe no. Welcome to the show. Aliens. Yes, but maybe no. I'm Travis.
I'm Josh.
This is an otherworldly podcast as ambiguous as our title. We're a bunch of dummies.
Yeah.
My relationship to aliens is one of fear and terror. I am scared of aliens. It scares me more than anything.
I think that's half the people in the world.
Yeah.
And the other half are excited and eager.
Or they don't believe that aliens exist, and those people believe in ghosts, and they're dumb.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know. That's been my relationship. Is like, you believe in aliens or you believe in ghosts. There's not very many people that believe in both.
My wife passionately believes in both.
But that's not a huge group. Like that crossover. If there was a Venn diagram of aliens and ghosts, there would be like a small group. I don't know what that looked like.
It's possible they're the same thing.
Yeah, but you get people that believe in ghosts come at it from like a religious perspective, and they don't think there's anything out there other than humans because God didn't create anything other than humans. And
That's
so why
true.
would there be aliens? Ghosts are just like trapped beings here that didn't finish their tasks. They didn't finish their earth chores. And so now they're stuck here until their chores are done, which is kind of like what I do for my kids.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to go to their friend's house or they want to leave the house, I'm like, well, not until your chores are done. And they're like, ooh, Dad, I'll be here forever.
Yeah, I haven't gotten in arguments with my wife about it, but I don't believe in ghosts.
I don't either.
And she completely does. And my daughter believes in ghosts and has many encounters.
Look out.
Yes. I wouldn't say they were arguments that we got in, but they were healthy disputes. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Do you want to do some role playing? Like if I'll play Jordan.
Okay. That's my wife.
That's your wife.
Yeah. So you'll be Jordan.
Okay.
I'll be me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can do that. I can do that.
Wait, do you want to do a role reversal?
I'll be.
I feel like I know you well enough. I could pull you off. You know Jordan well enough. You could pull Jordan off. But maybe for the sake of this, you be you, and I'll be Jordan.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yes, dear.
I saw something crazy. The door closed on its own in our house.
Okay.
I think it was a ghost.
Oh. Are you sure?
This is going really well. I can tell.
No, I mean, that would be my reaction. Just, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure the door closed, Josh. What are you accusing me of?
I mean, are you sure it was a ghost?
Well, were you upstairs?
No.
I can see both of our kids down here.
I mean, it could have been anything. I just don't.
You think a draft.
It could have been a draft. Our house could have shifted.
Okay, I agree. It was a draft. Case closed. End of argument.
No,
That's how it goes?
That's not how it goes.
Oh, that's how it should go.
So I don't think the God of a lot of these religions would give up and or give power to someone who's no longer living. Because, I mean, it seems as though we give these ghosts, or we think these ghosts have a lot of authority and power to be able to do all these things. What did they do to deserve that? And it's also not a deserving
maybe
thing.
It depends.
It's a punishment?
If you were to watch like Amityville, murder happened, or suicide is usually what it's centered around.
Yeah.
Right? Or a child that was killed. And now that child becomes vengeful because, you know, it's a child and its life was taken away from it.
And they were given powers beyond what humans have.
Yeah. Telekinesis.
Yeah. But why?
Hey, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Why can they go through walls?
Yeah, why can they go through walls? Yeah, exactly.
And that goes into like, maybe it is aliens. If we talk about aliens on a multi-dimensional plane, maybe we're just folding into space, and maybe it's not ghosts. Maybe it's an alternate dimension weaving into itself.
Well, then maybe that's not aliens. Maybe that's just an alternate
maybe
dimension.
it's
that's like quantum mechanics is what we're getting into.
It could be that. It's very possible. So maybe it isn't spiritual, which would still make them wrong.
No, it would still make them wrong. You're right. But when you don't have an explanation for something, what do? You rely on something that's very comfortable, and that is usually
I get angry and I take it out on everyone around me.
Same. I think that's a very human response.
Yeah.
But also consider like what people are comfortable with, and that is religion. That's like the basis of a lot of communities. And when you don't understand something, you're going to attribute it to
Supernatural.
Like all things come from God, or whatever. With God, all things are possible or impossible, or whatever it is. You know, that's what gives answer to a lot of the unanswerable for people.
Yeah, I agree. It's the faith that you can put your trust in.
Sure.
You know, so you don't have to fear.
It's easy and it's comfortable to just say that it's religious. That was my grandpa who came here and made me feel warm when I was sad.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the whole reason.
And that could have just been you peed your pants.
What?
I don't know.
That could be the whole reason, or I think that is the whole reason of psychics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they take advantage of people and make them feel good.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be talking about ghosts at some point. I would imagine it'll come in and out. Anything supernatural at some point.
I agree. So this is the first podcast. If you are listening to this, it is by choice, I assume. You just plugged into your little search bar, aliens, and then this came up because it has aliens in the title. So we are still trying to figure out what exactly our show is about. To give you guys a little bit of a background, I know almost nothing about aliens other than like how they're portrayed in movies and TV. They're very interesting to me as an idea, but I haven't got caught up in a lot of the conspiracies and the lore of aliens just yet. I'm kind of navigating my way through this with Josh as my guide, his lovely partner, Jordan, who is kind of helping direct me through the landscape of alien lore. I think I said lore too many times.
It's okay.
You can take this out in post.
Yeah. Or
double it.
Yeah, I could just add
more
lores. Thank you for saying I'm your guide on this.
This establishes some clear guidelines and a path for me. I can be as lazy about this as possible, and now all the work is on you.
Yeah, the funny thing is I don't know much, but I have a lot of curiosity.
Sure.
And excitement about the ideas, and I don't necessarily believe everything I hear, but I don't discount it. I just get excited or wonder what if, or if this is true, then what about this? Yeah. And especially with a lot of the news as of late, with some of these whistleblowers coming out and finding out about a lot of crazy things, it is exciting. Just hopefully they don't kill us.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully they don't kill. So what news are you talking about? Are you talking about like the acknowledgement that aliens, or at least...
I think the main thing is I'm not a good guide. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's about alien technologies being reverse engineered by some scientists, and these whistleblowers are coming forward. There's been a ton of podcasts, not a lot of news about it.
Yeah. So hopefully with this podcast, then we will have like sources and names, and so we're not going to be saying like there's a ton of news out there. We'll cite specific things.
Yes, absolutely. We're not going to misinform as best as we can.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get facts, but we're also going to give our opinions, which if you take it, you could be misinformed.
Which I hope my opinions on some of these things change. I hope that my mind is broadened and is opened up.
Yeah, that'd be phenomenal. I mean, people have been documenting aliens and cryptids and government conspiracies for decades. And I recently heard one guy who came out in like the 80s or 90s who worked at the Pentagon. I don't even remember his name. Everything that he has said has been true so far.
We're going to need some documentation on that. You're going to need to cite your sources.
We're going to do a whole episode on him.
Okay.
But this is just exciting things that I'm just like the curiosity and dipping into it. I don't know a lot. You know nothing other than what Hollywood has shown you, which I believe Hollywood is showing us.
Here we go.
No, this
is where Josh says the crazy thing.
I think Hollywood is preparing us. So you may actually know more than you think.
Okay.
I think the higher ups in government are working with Hollywood to prepare us so that when something big does happen, we are not shocked or desensitized somewhat.
Which we saw, last year, 2 years ago, when Tom DeLonge said that aliens are real and the government was like, yeah, they're real. But there was so much going on. We were like in the middle of a lockdown, and that was the least surprising thing that happened that year.
I think most people are like either, yeah, we know, or no, it's not. That's just the government lying.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they didn't have any proof. But that's the thing is the government's wanting the information. It's the military that's holding this information from everyone, including the government, which is strange.
It is strange.
So you not having any knowledge about aliens, have you ever experienced anything?
I don't think so.
Anything supernatural? Anything?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing that I can recall.
Okay. Which I think is fairly normal.
Yeah.
I've only had one strange encounter. I was driving and we were in Washington State, and me and another person looked up and we saw a shooting star, and then it kind of dinged off of, it looked like a pinball thing. Like it just went crazy, the shooting star, which is not what shooting stars do. They don't zigzag and do all this stuff. And then it just went away. It was a 5-second thing, and we didn't think anything of it until I started watching some shows and learning some stuff. And I was like, oh, that was probably a UAP or a UFO.
What is a UAP?
It is a unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Got it.
People started using that term instead of UFO because of the negative stigma around UFO. And so, yeah, UAPs are in the sky. There's the SAPs, maybe submerged I don't know, because there's the underwater. I'd have to learn that too. That we could do a whole episode on that.
That is more scary to me than space.
Yeah, I mean, we have documentation and video footage of ships underwater, like unidentified submerged phenomenon.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
And both. They have some that are underwater and then come out of the water.
Yeah, well, how do you get under the water if not in the air into the water?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So the way I'm approaching this is like from a philosophical standpoint.
Okay.
The universe is ever expanding and has been since the Big Bang. It is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think that it is naive to assume that we are the only organisms in our universe, in our galaxy, within the cosmos to exist. I think that's pretty naive, and I also think it's very vain.
Yes, absolutely.
To live in a world, and it's terrifying, more terrifying to me to think that we are alone in this than it is to think that
it'd be sad.
It would be very sad, but also very scary. Like knowing what's going on planet Earth and like the wars and stuff that we're having here. I can't remember what comic said this. He does like college humor. He did Batman. Pete Holmes, I think. He says, "You think that it's bad here? We'll zoom out, and you're flying on a piece of dirt in the middle of space."
Yeah.
So if people could have that kind of perspective, that we're all here on this planet, we're a human population, we need to learn how to get along because we are either alone or because we are very specific to this rock, like this environment. We should learn how to get along, but all we need is perspective. That's where I'm coming at from this.
I agree with everything you said. I'm not coming at it in that way.
I just haven't seen anything to prove or disprove it. I'm just thinking,
like, it just makes sense.
For like you said, how sad would it be if we were the only living things within the vastness of space and time?
Well, and then
also
your
how
fear,
scary it is.
Yeah, your fear comes from only knowing one kind of life form.
Sure.
And they're violent.
Yeah.
So if there's other life forms, they're probably going to kick my ass, just like humans.
Yeah, just like a human would. And so that's the perspective I have here as a human, is like, well, these aliens, of course, they have to be violent in nature and they're here to take over. But that
could be the whole
agenda.
reason we haven't been introduced yet.
Yeah, right.
Because we are violent.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Sure. Or they're just benevolent observers and they're just looking at, this civilization here and wondering how it's going to play out and when is the best time to step in. It's like if you watch a street fight and you want to break it up, but you also don't want to get hurt too bad. So you're waiting for that break when they're tired. And then you're like, okay, now break it up. Maybe that's what extraterrestrials are like. They're like, we're going to wait until it's like kind of calm and everybody's catching their breath. And that's when we're going to come down and present ourselves. And we're going to introduce humankind to something else, something completely different, new technology, a new way of thinking or whatever.
Since you don't know much, and like I said, I don't know a lot either. I've just heard about this from shows or conversations with people. It sounds like there's a lot of different kinds of aliens, and there might be a benevolent one that is watching us. There's also another one that is in contact with us, that is helping us. There's one that uses Earth as a vacation spot. There are ones that are abducting people and doing experiments.
Some that are maybe trying to blow up Earth to make way for an intergalactic highway.
Yes.
Bring your towel.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good book, too.
Yeah, I never read the book. But that's the thing is, like, it could be all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens, yes. Maybe.
But maybe no.
Or no. I don't know. Maybe we have one or two of them right, and the other ones we've just made up.
Sure. I mean, humans are weird.
They are weird.
This is going to be an interesting journey just to try to figure out where my beliefs fall. And I'm looking forward to trying my idea of what an extraterrestrial is. Is that even the right terminology? Am I even saying things right? I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about where this is going to go. And we're going to have a lot of opinions.
Yes. And I don't know. I don't remember if I talked about where I'm coming in from. I'm coming in not like you, where you're sad and afraid.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That does totally describes me. I'm a very sad and afraid man.
Yeah. I'm going to be coming in completely believing, open-minded to the things that I may find skeptical, but eager to just get the big picture of everything. Because there's a lot of information, a lot of categories. And maybe through, just like you said, maybe through all of this, we can get excited and get a big picture and maybe put together some things that make sense for us that maybe people haven't thought of yet because we're different minds coming in on this.
Yeah.
We're not experts.
Yeah,
we're not.
To be clear, I am coming in this as a little baby, a dumb little baby.
And I'm a toddler.
And Josh is just barely ahead of me, I guess, developmentally.
In some areas, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to know we have no expertise.
None.
So if you're listening to this and wanting to,
if you're looking to get something out of this, stay tuned because we're figuring this out on our own.
Yeah.
Because this is so early in our recording process, we don't have any way to contact us for you to give us notes on the show, but that will be coming probably with our second episode, I'm sure.
Or we might not even air this one, and we might air it in the future as a bonus episode.
Go fuck yourselves, you guys.
Or it'll be in the documentary when we get abducted or taken out by the Men in Black.
Kind of like Grizzly Man, where you just hear the audio file of somebody getting attacked by a bear.
Yeah, this is it. This is our legacy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is that's what we remember.
Kind of like if you're hearing this podcast, then that means I'm dead.
It's the last will and testament.
Oh man. Sarah, of course, everything I leave to you. You were too good for me.
Yeah, Jordan, what he said.
Take care.
I know you'll do great.
Take care of the dogs. You're going to do great on your own. Better, maybe even.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. My wife will thrive once I'm gone.
Afraid to say that. My own vanities keep me from saying just that, but it's implied.
Yeah, I'm holding her back. All right. Well, thank you for listening.
If this sounds like it sucks, don't worry. It's going to rule.
Yeah.
This podcast is going to be a lot better as we go forward.
We'll get a little more organized. We'll have stories. This was just kind of an introduction, but we'll have topics and stories and theories. And I'm excited to travel the cosmos with you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I've been holding on to that.
That's good.
Thank you.
So, Josh, to establish a baseline of where we are with aliens.
Like how much we know?
Like how much we know, just so, people can kind of get an idea of where we're at with aliens. I looked up this quiz online. I haven't looked at any of the answers.
Okay. So
we're going to take this quiz. We're going to see how it plays. Hopefully well. Hopefully
is it a real quiz? Like it's legitimate questions?
Yeah, there's tests. And if we fail this quiz, then we also fail out of podcasting and we have to give it up.
Okay.
So the stakes are pretty high.
Yeah, no, I'm not confident, but...
So what we're going to do is...
Is it like movies?
I don't know. So the quiz it's titled, Take This Quiz About Aliens and Entertainment and Show Us What You Know About UFOs.
Oh, in entertainment. Yeah. So it could be about...
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, entertainment is broad, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit this button that says start the quiz.
Let's do it.
Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to hand my phone back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be fun. I hope. Or it's going to blow up in our faces.
Yeah, we may lose our confidence.
Don't open anything in incognito mode, please.
What?
It'll be very telling.
What is that? Wait, what are you talking about?
It's too late. I hit start this quiz.
Okay.
Question 1.
Let's go.
For Josh. Blank the Martian first appeared in the 1948 Bugs Bunny cartoon Hair Devil Hair?
Ooh, Marvin.
Oh, if I scroll down, you're going to get options.
Marvin.
Okay. So the options are A, Marvin.
Yeah.
I feel like you're leaning pretty heavy on that.
Yeah, no, I know Marvin the Martian.
Or is it B, Michael the Martian?
I saw Space Jam.
Is it Malcolm C, the Martian? Or D, Maverick the Martian?
Maverick sounds cool.
Maverick sounds cool.
But
okay.
it is Marvin.
Marvin. Okay. Okay, you got it correct. Good job.
Thank you.
Next question.
Directed by sci-fi master Tim Burton, what 1996 comedy features the aliens in this photo? You don't even need to see the photo, do you?
Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
But for the audience, why don't you describe what's happening in the photo? Because this is an audio form. Let's see if I can. Okay, so let's take away everything that I know about Mars Attacks, and you're going to describe this, and I'm going to see if I can come up with Mars Attacks based on your description. So what are you looking at?
3 aliens in shiny spandex.
Okay.
Green spandex. Their heads
I'm with you.
Are very large, and you can see their brain, and they have laser guns.
What else? What color is their brain?
Green and
what does their face
purple.
look like? Do they look happy or mad?
Their faces, they look
maniacal,
huge eyes.
Like they think it's a joke and they're just having fun?
No, like they just took a lot of cocaine and they're mad about it. Because their eyes are huge.
They're mad about taking
and
so
they
much
have
cocaine.
very skull-like faces.
Okay.
But with a huge brain.
Yeah.
So what do you think that is? Let me give you some options.
Okay.
Mars Attacks, Planet of the Apes, Frankenweenie, or Beetlejuice.
That would be good. It's Mars Attacks, obviously.
Yes.
Josh, this is question 3 on the questionnaire, but this is your second question.
Okay.
What Steven Spielberg film includes a man named Roy Neary from Indiana and UFOs that make distinctive sounds? Do you want to hear some options?
Yeah, my first thought was Contact, but let me hear options.
Okay. Well, Contact is Robert Zemeckis.
Okay.
Is it A, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, B, War of the Worlds, C, Ready Player One, D, Close Encounters
That's
of
what
the
I was
Third
thinking.
Kind?
Yeah, it's Close Encounters.
Okay, let's click on that. Oh, you got it right.
Yeah.
Correct.
This is the last one.
What?
And then we're going to find some actual alien ones. And I'm sure they're there.
Go.
These peaceful green extraterrestrials are from the 2009 computer animated sci-fi comedy film Planet Blank. And I'll show you the picture.
Okay.
A, 51, B, 22, C, 21, or D, 87.
I'm going to have to say 51 because that number has significance.
As meanings?
In alien community, is that right?
Yeah.
Because of Area 51?
Yeah, Area 51, which we'll probably do a episode on.
Nice segue.
Thank you. Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Good job.
So is this fun? Is this a fun segment?
It is fun. I want real alien quiz, though.
Oh, you don't want something like this that's fun? You want a real one that's boring?
No, I just want to know how dumb we are on a podcast about what we're taking tests on.
Okay, so I found another website. This gives us a list of categories. I'm going to read these categories off, and you're going to tell me if it's a category that you're interested in, and then there will be a round of questions relating to that category. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah. I was looking while you were looking, and there's a bunch of quizzes about...
The movie Aliens?
No, like, am I an alien quiz.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that one instead? Am I an alien?
I think I'm not. So I think I'll take that in private, because if I am, I feel like this could expose me, and I don't want any backlash.
Just like all those am I gay questionnaires that you take?
Yeah, those are...
You find a lot out about yourself.
Those are just for fun.
Okay, so these are the categories. Close Encounters with Another Kind.
Mm.
Is it a bird, Is it a plane? So those are two categories there.
Oh.
Third one, the legendary Roswell incident, explaining the unexplained, UFOs, which we've already established is archaic terminology.
Yeah,
right?
you can still use it, but UAPs is more modern and precise.
Okay. Roswell UFO crash, SETI, the search for an extraterrestrial intelligence. So which category will I be picking from? Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh,
Aliens and UFOs,
that would be a good one.
winds from other worlds. They're here. So those three.
Let's do aliens.
Aliens and UFOs?
Yeah.
Great. Well, let's establish a baseline.
Yeah.
Okay. At 14:10, which I can assume is going to be 2:10 p.m.
Yeah.
14:10 on the 5th of December, 1945, 5 TBM Avengers comprising Flight 19 left Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and disappeared in this area.
The Bermuda Triangle.
I assume you're right. It is not giving me an answer. So maybe there's
Interesting.
maybe there's an answer at the end. That's the thing with these online questionnaires. Am I right? Okay.
All right. This is the name commonly given to the small aliens with large heads, large dark eyes, and little or no hair. Is it Greys, non-Earth-born humans, Martians, or Syrians?
Syrians? Like from Syria? Grays? Is it A Grays?
I'll push it. It's not giving
That's what I'm saying.
the answer, but you are correct.
Well, I mean, you're the expert. I mean, you're the toddler. I'm the baby.
All right. We'll hand off the device.
Okay. Begun on December 30th, 1947, and lasting only 15 months, this project, later to become Project Grudge, was the first official attempt by the military to investigate the UFO phenomena. Is it Blue Book? Is it Saucer, Rapture, or Sign? SIGN.
It is Project Blue Book.
No. It crossed off Project Blue Book and Saucer. So your two options left are Rapture and Sign.
I'm going to say Rapture.
This kind of sucks. It doesn't give you an answer. This is so
I think if you get it correct.
So there we go. Rapture. Then it highlights it in orange.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Rapture is correct then.
Hopefully.
All
right. Next question.
Don't forget you asked for this.
No, this is great. So Travis, on September
Josh.
19th, 1961,
Okay.
this
Great
couple,
year.
It was a good year.
Good vintage.
This couple from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, claimed to be abducted by aliens while traveling home from vacation in Canada on U.S. Route 3 near the village of Lancaster. They claimed an object hovered over their car and then they heard a sound like a tuning fork, which caused them to fall asleep. When they awoke, they were in Ashland, nearly 2 hours away.
Is there a question?
It's this couple.
Okay.
So is the couple's name Bob and Doris Smith, Betty and Barney Hill,
God damn it.
Susan and Henry Fletcher,
This is awful.
Nancy and Max Popovich.
What was it? Bob and Nancy Hill? Was that two?
Bob and Doris Smith and Betty and Barney Hill.
That seems good to me. I like
The Hill?
Yeah, Betty and Barney. I like the alliteration of that.
I do too. I clicked it and
Did you-
nothing happened.
Click on the hints. This is engaging podcasting, by the way.
It says you get 3 hints per quiz. You're all out of hints.
What?
Didn't you only use 1 hint?
I used 2. I just kept clicking hints
Weird.
on yours, and it crossed out 2 of them. Maybe at the end there's a summary.
Oh, there's all the answers down on the bottom. There's 10 questions.
Perfect. We're at 4, right?
We're on 5. So you're going to read 5 to me.
As you scrolled through all the questions and got an idea of what's coming.
I didn't.
Congratulations, you are a pod cheater. On June 30th, Josh, of 1908, something exploded here. 8 kilometers above the ground and destroying nearly everything for about 2,150 square kilometers. It is still unknown what that something was.
Jeez.
Okay, so these are just geographical places.
Okay.
So I'm going to list these off.
Okay.
Tunguska, or Tunguska, Tunguska.
I have no idea.
Excuse me for the pronunciation of that. I am really sorry. I am reading that for the first time. Crater Lake.
Ooh, maybe.
Arizona, the state. Blue Mountains, the geographical region. So,
Oh, man. Well, Crater Lake, I feel like I haven't been there, but I feel like they know what happened. I think it was a crater.
okay.
Or a volcano. I think it's a volcano.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I can't be the entire
State of
state
Arizona.
Blue Mountain, I think that's still there. So I'm going to say the first one.
The unpronounceable Tunguska.
Yeah.
Oh man, I felt bad even trying to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next question,
I didn't read it, by the way.
the name given to the objects sighted by military pilots during the Second World War is these: bogies, rods, Foo Fighters, unknowns.
I believe it's Foo Fighters.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know. I'm going to say Foo Fighters. I don't know if that's right, but I feel like Dave Grohl kind of based
I'd like to
his
think he
band
did.
off of that. That sounds right. Foo Fighters.
All right, I put Foo Fighters.
Final answer. Final answer, Josh. On June 24th, 1947, this Idaho businessman observed
Whoa.
9 shiny objects weaving in and out of the Cascade Mountain Range near Mount Rainier in the state of Washington.
Okay.
Is this person Kenneth Arnold, Charles Carroll, George F. Shulgin, Bob Lazor?
I hope it's laser.
Lazor. I feel like that's a name that we should know.
I don't know, but I like
What's
it.
the ancient alien guy's name? You
I
like
don't
it?
know.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Bob Lazor.
Lazor.
Okay. Locked in.
All right. Next question. Located near Groom Lake, Nevada, this secret military installation is believed to be home to an actual alien aircraft. Is it NORAD, Nellis AFB, Area 51, or Tonopah Research Lab?
Okay, so I believe it's Area 51, but because NORAD's not a region. What was B?
Nellis AFB.
Air Force Base? And what is it we're looking for? A spacecraft?
The home of an actual alien aircraft.
I'm going to say B or C. So it's either the Air Force Base or Area 51. And I'm going to say Area 51 because I'm a new dumb baby, and that is the region that pops up right into my brain.
Let's find out.
Okay. Wow, edge of your seat trivia. November 5th, 1975, this logger was supposedly abducted by a UFO while his friends watched. Fuck, what the fuck? His story is the basis for the movie Fire in the Sky. Oh, personal connection here. Travis Walton,
Ooh.
same initials as me.
Yeah.
Dwayne Smith, Mike Rogers, Alan Dallas.
I think it's the first one.
Oh, TW,
Yeah.
Travis Walton.
It just sounds right.
It does sound right.
So last question. In July of 1947, a UFO crashed near this town in New Mexico. According to reports, the bodies of several aliens were found near the ship. The Army reported to have a flying disc in its possession and later changed its story, claiming it was just a weather balloon. The town, we're looking for the name of the town, is it Snowflake, Alamogordo, Roswell, or Santa Fe?
I'm going to say Roswell because you kind of leaned on it, then you gave me a winky face, then you pointed at the phone and said, this is the one, but you mouthed, yeah, I'm going to go with Roswell.
I didn't do any of that.
Well, prove me wrong.
I can't. We're not famous enough to have a film crew. So I clicked Roswell. I've never even heard of that. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to hand this back to you and you can look.
It looks like we got a score of 5 out of 10.
Okay.
We're guessed 185.
I don't know what that means.
So the first one, this was to Josh. At 1410 on December 5th, 1945, 5 TBM Avengers comprising Flight 19 left Fort Lauderdale and disappeared in this area. Josh correctly said the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
My question, this is the name commonly given to the small aliens with large heads, large dark eyes, and little or no hair. The answer to that is, of course, grays. Bwah, bwah, bwah. I got that one right. Begun on December 30th, this is question 3 to Josh. 1947, and lasting only 15 months, this project later to become Project Grudge was the first official attempt by the military to investigate the UFO phenomena. This was Project Sign, S-I-G-N.
Oh, man.
September 19th, 1961, this couple from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We all know and love them. They are, of course, Betty and Barney Hill.
You got it right?
I got it right.
Wow.
Just based on the sound of their name.
Love it.
I do too. June 30th, 1908, something exploded here 8 kilometers above the ground and destroying nearly... It seems like we're doing pretty good because you had guessed the geographical area of Tunguska.
Yeah.
That is correct.
What? I deduced.
Yeah, this is in Russia.
Oh, wow.
Russian fur traders happened to glance into the southeastern Siberian sky that fateful morning, must have been startled to see a fireball streaking through the atmosphere toward their trading post of Vanavara and leaving a trail of light some 800 kilometers long.
Wow.
Right. Name given to the object sighted by military pilots during the Second World War.
You said Foo Fighters?
Foo Fighters is correct.
Jeez. So did we get the rest wrong?
I mean, okay, so here's a wrong one, I believe. On June 24th, 1947, this Idaho businessman observed 9 shiny objects weaving in and out of the Cascade. You said Travis Walton?
Yeah.
Kenneth Arnold.
You know, we might eventually know all these answers if we keep this up.
Mm-hmm. Located near Groom Lake, Nevada, the secret area military installation is believed to be home to actual alien aircraft. Area 51? Did I say that, or did I
You
say...
said Area 51. Feels like we got more than 5 right.
Oh, no, Travis Walton, you did get that one right, because Travis Walton, his story is based on Fire in the Sky. So you got that. Seems like we got 100%. I don't know why it said in Roswell for 10. July of 1947, UFO crashed near this town in New Mexico. According to reports, the bodies of several aliens were found near the ship. Roswell, of course, Roswell.
Okay, well,
do you feel good? Like,
I mean, yeah. I feel like we didn't actually know the answers. We just guessed.
I feel like we paid the door fee to get into this party. Like, what's it called when you go into a club?
Cover charge?
That's it.
Yeah.
We just paid the cover charge to get in.
Yeah. I'm actually now more excited to do the show because I know as we go through the topics and the news and all this stuff, we will know and hear and learn about all this, and we will be writing these quizzes.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Well, maybe more trivia to come as, episodes go along. We'll see. Like I said, we're still establishing what this podcast is going to be about. Yeah,
and we'll do it better next time.
We'll do it better.
We'll have the answers right away.
Maybe, we won't be second guessing a website. But, I mean, that's part of the fun of this, is not knowing anything about it and just randomly finding a website and then going through the questions. I think that was kind of fun.
All right.